Hey guys, today I will be talking all about how to take care of snake plant, which is also known as Sansevieria and mother in law's tongue. Snake plant is one of the easiest plant to take care of, and this succulent plant is very forgiving and best for the beginner. Snake plants are known for their long blade-shaped leaves which make them unique. And I love snake plant because of their bold, architectural, sassy and upward edgy look, which make them trendiest plant nowadays, and of course best for interior landscaping. And did I mention that they filter your indoor air better than any other indoor plants? And when it's come to best air purifying plant, snake plants top the NASA's air purifying plant list. And for more information about best air purifying plant, you can check out my previous video. Snake plants are one of the best plants when it comes to air purification because they take in toxins and give off oxygen. They are great plants for the bedroom because they release oxygen at night. But don't expect only one plant to purify your whole bedroom. I would recommend to keep at least 4 to 5 medium-sized snake plant in your room to purify your bedroom efficiently. So let's start to know more about this plant and some care tips to keep them happy. So in today's video, I will be covering 5 important things about snake plant, which will cover soil, light, fertilizer application, watering and how to propagate them easily. So first, let's understand physiology of snake plant. I already mentioned snake plants are known for their long blade-shaped leaves which make them unique. The roots of the snake plants are called rhizomes. This means that growth can happen in multiple places on the root system at the same time. They are easy to divide, and when planted outside, they will spread. There are many different snake plant species. Some snake plants are dark green with whitish strips. Some are both vertical and horizontal, while others have yellow edges or a red tint. Some are lighter green, while others are quite dark. The most popular snake plant varieties. Sansevieria trifasciata is the most common type of snake plant, also known as mother-in-law's tongue. Is one of the most popular type preferred worldwide for the unique blade-shaped leaves and its erect nature. Variegated snake plant. Sansevieria trifasciata laurenti. This hardy, drought-tolerant and air purifier snake plant has beautiful blade-like green leaves with yellow edging. This variety is one of the hardiest, beautiful, trendiest, and you can easily find this one in local nursery or you can find it online. Sansevieria cylindrica, commonly known as cylindrical snake plant. It's almost a foolproof plant as it can thrive even if it's ignored for very long time. This type of snake plant is a great pick for the first time plant parent or for someone with busy schedule. Twisted sister snake plant. Sansevieria trifasciata's twisted sister. This is another dwarf snake plant and it has gorgeous bright yellow and green foliage that twist from the base, giving its unique appearance. Snake plant compacta, also known as dwarf snake plant. It's one of the trendiest plant nowadays. Golden bird's nest. Sansevieria trifasciata golden honey. Silver bird nest. Sansevieria trifasciata silver honey. And it has silver leaves close to a metallic mint green. Also as place it in warm spot with enough sunlight. I have many snake plants in my home. Some I have kept in kitchen, some in bedroom, some in living room because they grow in various conditions, and best part about them, they tolerate low light. Snake plants tolerate everything from low light to high light. You will sometimes see them indoor in many offices, malls and at airports. You will also see it outside in the garden. in full sun. Really, how versatile they are. They vary in size from small tabletop plant to large plant that is about 4 feet tall from its roots. Snake plants are right choice for low light area, but from my experience I found that snake plants in high light area grow faster as compared to low light area. For low light area, I would suggest go for green leaf varieties of snake plant, because if you keep bright varieties of snake plant in very low light area, their color will fade. Generally, snake plants grow slowly indoors. However, if you give them a good amount of sunlight, that can help them grow faster. Snake plants do best in well draining soil. So make sure you are using potting mix which are specially made for succulent plants. And if you are making your own potting mix, don't forget to add perlite or river sand to the garden soil for better drainage, because they are very prone to root rot. And when you water to your potting mix, the water should be absorbed by the soil mixture immediately. It should not be sitting on the soil layer, because air circulation and good drainage is very important for snake plant. I generally apply fertilizer to all my snake plants once in a month. I generally feed them with vermicompost or with seaweed liquid fertilizer. I think all plants need all kind of nutrients, micronutrients to flourish. And if it is ornamental foliage plant, I would suggest use nitrogen rich fertilizer like vermicompost or seaweed fertilizer to enhance their leaf color and leaf size. Now let's discuss about watering. Watering is one of the most important aspect in indoor gardening or home gardening, and when it comes to snake plants, they are very sensitive to overwatering. Always allow soil to dry between waterings and take extra special care not to overwater. Always make sure the soil is almost completely dry before watering. Watering schedule depends on various situations such as weather, pot type, soil type, snake plant variety. I generally water my snake plant once or twice in a week. Be sure not to let any water build up in the center of the leaves, where they form a cup, because this can lead to a mushy plant and ultimately rot. Overwatering can lead to root rot and kill a snake plant. There are few common issues that you might face while growing a snake plants, and mostly all are related to watering. Very common is slimy leaves or drooping of snake plant leaves. Generally, it indicates your snake plant is waterlogged. This only happens when you are overwatering your plant. Cut the infected leaves and alter your watering schedule. Check the drainage of your snake plant pot and clear the drainage hole regularly. Apart from this, brown crunchy leaves, brown and dry tips of foliage, all these indicates uneven watering. You are watering your plant more or less, so try to water your plant evenly. About pest and disease, snake plants are very hardy plants, but sometimes there might be chances of pest attack, and common pests are spider mites and mealybugs, which can attack the snake plant. You can simply wipe off snake plant leaves with neem oil and soap solutions, or spray neem oil to control them. Snake plants love to be pot bound, and they don't require frequent repotting. I generally repot my snake plant when I am dividing my snake plants, since they can grow very quickly under the right conditions. You may need to divide your snake plants every year or so. As far as how to repot a snake plant, it's just like any other plant. Simply take the plant out of its existing pot and gently knock off all the loose dirt. Then just put a layer of soil down, set the plant in and add fresh well draining soil all around the plant, covering the roots. And when you are repotting, I would suggest to use terracotta pots, because terracotta pots absorb water easily and fastly compared to ceramic pots and plastic pots because of their porous structure, and which make best for snake plant because snake plant generally don't need more water. How to propagate snake plants? Snake plants are absolutely best plant when it's come to propagation. There are different methods to propagate the snake plants easily at home. First, propagating snake plants by rhizome cutting. One way to propagate snake plant is by rhizome. Rhizomes are the whitish root-like structures that connect the mother plant to its new babies. In the summer season, you will notice small snake plant babies popping out from the soil. You can propagate them by dividing. To propagate a snake plant by rhizome, pull the plant from its pot. You can see here it has two plants attached. Ideally, you wait for them to be about 4 to 6 inches tall before separating from the mother rhizome. Use a sharp knife to cut the base apart into sections. Then gently separate new babies from the mother rhizome and make sure new plant has developed some roots. If there are no roots, you should wait. Place your little one in new potting soil and give it a bit of water. That's it. You are all done. Second method, propagating a snake plant in water. For water propagation, all that you have to do is cut leaf from the base and put this leaf in clean water. That's it. Keep it in bright indirect light and change the water weekly. It might take 1 month to start rooting. Once the strong roots develop, you can transfer them in soil. It is super easy, but it takes more time to rooting. Propagating snake plant by using plant cutting in soil. To propagate a snake plant using cuttings, cut an old mature leaf from its base. Try to cut close to the soil. Then cut that leaf into smaller pieces a few inches long, and this cutting pattern will expose more callus for fast rooting. They won't grow if you put the top end down in the soil. Let the cut leaf callus over for a few days. Then plant each cutting with the right end down in well draining soil. They'll begin to root, but it can take a month or so to root and then another month to get new leaf growth. But it's a really affordable way to start tons of new plants if you have patience. This plant is actually propagated by leaf cutting in soil. You can see these cuttings. I got this plant leaf from one of my friend, and now you can see from these two leaves how many babies are coming. So now in conclusion, I can say that even if you forget about your snake plant, you cannot go wrong with it. It only needs the minimum amount of attention. Just remember to water it when the soil is completely dry. That's it. And it will reward you with its impressive presence and purified air in your home. Okay friends, that's it for today's video. See you in the next video. Till then, happy gardening.